Oh, hey guys. So, fun fact, that was a bad idea. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. Having trouble seeing. Getting in my car. Turn the air conditioner on. I got sprayed. I don't know. So much for my genius plan. Yeah, look, I know you're thinking, oh, you got in too deep. You're right. Here's the problem. They stole my cameras. They ripped them off me, threw me to the ground, sprayed me. No, I'll call you in a bit. I have audio recording. They took all my camera. Oh my God. So, what's the situation? Cal Anderson Park, Seattle. There's a protest there. They specifically called for no cameras. All right, cool. I'm going to go there. I'm going to test that. Right? So I go, and they do not like me there. And people were getting their umbrellas in my face. They were surrounding me with umbrellas, and I tore someone's umbrella down. And they started getting rough. Someone started kicking me in the back. So I turned to push them away. Got sprayed and thrown to the ground. I may have dislocated someone's arm when I grabbed them to try to stop them from spraying. I know, medics were very helpful. I will say that about them. They were very, very helpful to everyone. But they're pretty sure someone stole my cameras, ran off with them to destroy the footage. Whatever. Cool. I think my audio recorder's still good. I don't know. I have a lot of equipment I have to rebuy now, which I expected. I just wish I had gotten one of my cameras back, but there's no way. My audio recorder's broken. The screen is shattered. I don't know. The internals should still be good. This is a dummy camera, so it doesn't even matter. I did manage to save it. That fucking doesn't matter. Oh, they got me good with that spray, though. That was some intense. I don't know what they hit me with, but it was strong. That was some real strong spray. I went back to my cameras. They were screaming at me. I said, "You gonna blame the victim?" And they went, "Yeah, I'm gonna blame the victim." The irony there. I was threatened with assault, which is harassment. I was obstructed walking down a sidewalk, which is disorderly conduct. These protests aren't as peaceful as you might think. Many of them are. Many of the protests are. This one was not. This one was specifically meant not to be, which is why they didn't want cameras. Because they intended. I mean, they had shields, they had everything. And I don't have a single piece of footage of it. And I'm going to be gross and snotty. But if you've never been pepper sprayed, sorry. Try to avoid it as best as possible. No, I'm safe. I got out of there. The only injury I have is the spray. I may have dislocated someone's arm by accident, though, in the struggle to get away. Oh my God. Where did I park? It's hard to find where you park when you can't see. But once I get the air conditioner on my face, it's gonna be fine. Oh my God. Third time I've been sprayed. The other two were in controlled settings. This one is the first time I've ever been sprayed. Not controlled setting. Guys, when people complain about OC spray, pepper spray, it's no joke. It's the worst thing you probably will ever experience. But I'm out $130 in equipment now because they ripped it off me. It's fine, I can afford to replace it. But I'm never doing this again. On my audio recording, I'll see if I can release the entire audio. Fortunately, without the footage, it's not going to be terribly useful. You hear me talking about, like, do not do this. Oh my God. Struggling, folks. Medics were kind enough to give me a saline solution to help out. But they threw me to the ground. Oh. Well, like, we told you what happened. Like, what? Because you assaulted me? You were kicking me in the back. Because the violence is real. The BLM is not this. This is not BLM. This is something else. No, they sprayed me real good. I was just filming. They came up. And they didn't want it. Yeah. Oh, the protesters didn't want to be filmed. One of them sprayed me, man. Yeah. It's all good. I'll survive. Where's my car? Hold on, guys. I just need to focus. All right, found my car. I just need air conditioner, man. That's all I need. Oh my God. Oh, air conditioner. I don't know what you guys are typing. I can't see. I'm sorry. I'm gonna blow my nose and be gross. Oh my God. I'm just blind right now. Just give me a second. Yeah, they pepper sprayed me for film. I mean, they were surrounding me with their umbrellas. I ripped someone's umbrella out of my face because they were behind me. They put it in front of me. I was like, don't you dare do that. And then they got real. Someone pulled out a pepper spray. You better leave or you pepper spray me. So I'm like, all right, I'll go. And then someone started kicking me in the back. So I turned around like, don't. And then they sprayed me. And I shouldn't have made the motion, right? And then once I got pepper sprayed, I grabbed their arm and put them in a hole. And I got dragged to the ground. At that point, people intervened. But there were a lot of people that were real angry that was there. I would have had some incredible footage if they didn't take it. I don't have any pictures. I got nothing. Gonna sit in my car for like an hour. I got a little aggressive once they started getting aggressive with me. I'm not completely not at fault here. And I antagonized them within my legal rights. Everything I did was lawful. Anyway, protesters attacked me for filming them. I don't know. I just protesters, man. I don't know who they were. Black bloc protesters. This was at near Cal Anderson Park in Seattle. I should have live streamed it. I thought about it. I didn't think they'd take my cameras though. They ripped them right off me. Oh, I forgot how much this sucks. Nah, I don't know who did it. Female, short, skinny, wearing all black. Maybe light colored hair, I don't know. Curly hair, I think. It's all kind of a blur. I can't report it, I got nothing to go on. I would have turned that footage in too. Oh, and I feel so it's so frustrating because I'm like, I feel like, how do you know I'm telling the truth without that footage? I have the audio. Hopefully the audio still works. But anyone could have faked the audio. I hate it so much. The only camera they didn't take isn't functional. Because it's a dummy camera, it's a prop. What happened, I was at a protest, I was filming, they didn't like it, started putting umbrellas around my face, surrounding me, I ripped someone's umbrella off, they got aggressive, they started blocking my path, so I started pushing through them, because one, you can't do, that's illegal, you can't do that, so I'm going to walk over here, and they blocked my path, they won't let me through. One of them threatened to OC me, so I'm like, alright, cool, I'm going to leave. And as I'm turning away, one of them started kicking me in the back repeatedly. Now, I have steel trauma plates. It didn't really do much. But that's assault in the 4th degree. That's a gross misdemeanor. That's up to a year in jail here. And I turned around and I went, don't you dare do that again. And yeah, that's a threatening act. But the intent was completely to get them to back off, to give me time to escape. The intent was not to hit them. But I went, don't, right? To try to scare them back so I could move. And then I got sprayed. I grabbed the person spraying me. I put them in an arm bar. And then I got taken to the ground. I think when I got taken to the ground, something must have got twisted on his arm because he was complaining of dislocation. I didn't dislocate it. I think I may have fallen on it when I got pushed. When I got like tackled by a group. And I just held on to the wall on my knees until the medics came and pulled everyone away and treated me. And I'll say, to the medics' credit, they did a great job of being impartial and treating everyone. I will give them that. Because I complain about them and how they are upset that they get targeted by the police. But they're not immune to orders to disperse. But I have some serious respect for them for immediately coming to aid me, even though technically I was the antagonist. Nothing I did was illegal. I was lawfully filming. I mean, they were technically the antagonists, but I was the one who wasn't wanted, you know? I was the one who wasn't part of the group. And the fact that they came to my aid immediately speaks just volumes for them. They're wonderful, wonderful people. They were calm, they were professional. Thank God for them, or else I'd still be on the ground struggling. I'm not going back, guys. I think this is my last one. I got the encounter I was looking for, and they stole $100 worth. No, probably $150 because of the cards and the cameras. $150 worth of gear. So if at any time you're feeling like donating, now's the time. I'm not going to pressure you. I can afford to replace it. I really can. But if any of you are just had an uncle die and give them a large inheritance, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. But I don't want to ask for your money. I'm serious. I can replace it myself. I'm fine. Oh my God. I'm not good to drive. So we're just gonna hang out together. Look, I consider myself a centrist. I think both sides have something to say, and both sides are worth listening to. I don't agree with their actions. I support the right to protest. I really do. But if you're going to protest, you have to understand people are going to film it. You don't have any expectation of privacy in public when it comes to how they are behaving. Certainly not in the middle of an intersection of the street. You don't have an expectation of privacy. It is up to you to protect your own identity at that point. It's not up to me. It's not my responsibility. I'm acting as media. And I tell you, some of them are like, well, where's your press credentials? I'm like, I'm in a traditional public forum. I don't need press credentials. And they seem to think that's not true. I assure you, press credentials only get you into private areas. That's the only time they're useful. It's the only time you need them. Oh, I got heated with them, though. I'm not proud of how I responded to them. I was mad. I was so mad at these guys for being the way they were. For, being on their high and mighty high horse and just breaking law after law after law because they didn't want to be filmed. Like, I'm sorry, you're in a public place. Hey, I appreciate it, John. I don't see the message. I see the donation. I don't know what it is. I can barely see. Oh. Hey, but I knew it was likely. I knew that this was the risk. Usually I'd be wearing this. I had this face mask. I decided not to bring it because I thought I'd be asking for trouble, and they would have figured a way around it. And I foolishly, I knew people carried spray to these things. I knew they did. And I thought, no, they're not going to be that bad. They were. So when people like Andy Ngo, what, I don't know his name. He's the one that's been complaining about Antifa. When he complains about the violence that he faces, yes, absolutely. I had no agenda here. All I was doing was documenting a protest. I didn't say, I only said things when I was confronted. I was friendly until they weren't. And then I was kind of a jerk, I'll be honest. I was like, are you kidding me? No, this is illegal. Here's the crime you're committing. Here's the jail time associated with it. Please let me pass. Have a nice day. And a couple times I did rip a guy's umbrella. I ripped it down. I said, do not assault me with your umbrella. Because he was hitting me, like he was pulling it into my face. And I grabbed it and I ripped it down. I said, do not. And then someone puts his arm around his shoulder and goes, you want to get fucked? Like, I'm going to fuck you. And I grabbed him and I twisted his arm and said, you will not touch me again. I pushed him away. Because that's offensive contact. I could argue that's assault in the fourth degree. Unlikely that it would be, a successful argument. But he, obviously that was not okay. And he's like, I got lube and condoms in my backpack. Let's go. Like, no, thank you, dude. I'm serious. I'm pretty sure I have all the audio. I don't know how the audio is, but I'm gonna see if my recorder survived. I'm gonna try to release that. But I'm fairly certain people took my cameras and just ran into the crowd with it, and they're either destroying it or they're going through the footage to figure out who I am or something. I don't know. There shouldn't be anything on them that gives my identity. And if it does, oh well, too bad. Nothing I did was technically wrong. If I hurt someone, it was in self-defense, 100%, and it will be on the footage, and it will show them. If they decide, oh my God, Arish, nah, that's too much, man. I mean, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Don't do what I did. Just don't. Again, I'm just gonna be repeating myself. Hey, Timothy. Yeah, I'm just in front of my air conditioner. The moment I turn this air conditioner off, I'm gonna lose it. That's the secret to getting sprayed. Get in front of a fan and then just slowly back up. And once you can handle it again, back up a little more. Once you can handle it again, back up a little more. Like right now, it's starting to hurt because I moved away from my fan. That's the secret. if you have a fan available. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for donating. It's my fault. Like, look, I don't want to pressure anyone to donate. I want to be one of those guys. Like, I put myself in a dumb situation. Fix my problems for me. I don't want to be that guy. Oh. But if you're gonna pity me, now's the time. This is my fault. I mean, they were wrong. But I put myself in this situation knowing what was likely to happen. I took precautionary measures. I have steel trauma plates on. I'm wearing Kevlar. People know where I am. I made sure everyone knew what I was. I mean, people know what I'm doing. People know my location. They know when I'm likely to be back, right? And it's same with hiking. If I'm exploring out in the woods, that's something you need to do. Like, let people know where you are, so if you don't show up, if you don't come back, like, they know to come looking. Just safety tips with the blue, right? Don't get sprayed. When people start getting real aggressive, it's time to leave. Now, I don't listen to that little. I don't really have a voice inside myself saying, "Now's the time to go." I don't have that. I think, no, it's not. It's really not that bad. It's really not. Look, I'm doing okay now. I'm not fighting off like a panic attack anymore. When I was getting to my car, I was starting to go into like panic mode, because there was a breeze and the breeze died down. Well, if you've never been sprayed, it burns your skin. It's not just the eyeballs, it will burn your skin. My skin is on fire. My eyes are okay. I can't keep them open very long. I have, whatever. My skin is on fire. The moment that it cools down and then stops being cooled down, it will just back to 100%. So if there's a breeze that hits you and then it stops, you're screwed. It's like being hit all over again. A common mistake I see people make, they're like, oh, let me fan myself. Well, you better fan yourself for another 2 hours, dude, because it's not going away. Like, once you stop fanning yourself, you're done. So you better not do that in the first place. Suck it up for a solid 5 minutes of nothing, of just fetal position, just screaming. I don't know. Like, however you need to take care of it. Some people, that works for them. Doesn't work for me. I'll go on my hands and knees, but that's about it. If you just wait it out for about 5 minutes and don't do anything, you're going to recover faster. This is... I feel like if you guys are talking, my eyes are just closed. You will recover faster. Other things, baby shampoo. Put baby shampoo in your eyeballs. It's designed to be able to go in your eyes without causing irritation, because, babies don't know what to do with shampoo. And it will clean it out really well. Other information, I'm gonna give you facts. I have no idea what you guys are talking about in that chat. I'm just gonna give you OC spray facts, because this is what I'm dealing with. You guys might as well know what to do if it ever happens to you. Cold shower, lean forward. You don't want that stuff running down your body into your genitals, because now your genitals have OC spray on them. Not fun. Also, clean incredibly thoroughly, because once you get it wet again, it will reactivate and it will start burning again. Bad news. All right, what? I don't know what's on, like, where I was spraying on my body, so I have to be very careful when I dab my face. You want to dab, don't wipe, because there are small crystals that will scratch your skin and make it worse. What are people saying? Hold on, being messaged. All right. Let me read through some of your comments. I can see out of one eyeball now. Can you guys? You probably can't see me very well, can you? There we go. That's my camera. Is it okay? I don't know. I'm kind of blurry looking. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I seriously messed up whoever sprayed me, and that was accidental. All I wanted to do was put them in an armbar to get the spray away from my face, and then I got shoved, and I think I may have landed on their shoulder. That's not my fault. I acted in self-defense legally. I mean, could the police come and charge me for it? Absolutely, and I would accept that. I'd fight it in court, and I'm fairly certain I'd win. Keep in mind, police, if they charge you, that's not a guilty plea. That's just them saying you technically meet the elements, but you still have the chance to defend yourself and say that what you did was reasonable. And I'll accept that all day. I will fight it in court, and I'm confident I would win that if there's any concern about that, because my actions were in self-defense, were purely self-defense. And from every moment, maybe when I tore the guy's umbrella, it was, well, no, because I felt like, honestly, I was being, it was an unlawful imprisonment, which is a felony. They were blocking me in, and I was like, from all sides, so I ripped his umbrella down so I could see, so I could get out of there. And then they blocked my path, and I was like trying to push through, like, you can't do this is disorderly conduct, blocking a sidewalk like this. I have the right to use the sidewalk just like anybody else. See, I'm getting better, I can open my eyes again. And then the person pulled out their spray. So I'm going to spray if you don't leave. I'm like, all right, I'm turning around, I'm leaving. Because I'm not going to deal with that, except I did. And then I got kicked in the back multiple times. Like, honestly, they were kicking me. But steel trauma plates, which is why I wear them. That's that black thing right here. I don't know if I can pull my steel plates out. I don't know. You can hear it. I have a solid metal. I got the camera. That's steel plates. So that's why I wear them, because like someone could beat me with a baton. And I've had, and when I was an MP, I used to be like, hey, check this out. Hit me with your baton as hard as you can. Just make sure you hit the right spot. And they would. It would like throw me forward, but no bruising, nothing. The kinetic energy would be transferred to my body, but as a push, not as like an impact. And so, hooray for me, right? But I turned around and went, don't you keep doing that, right? My knife hand came out. I don't know if it was a knife hand or fist or what. I said, don't, and spray. And the moment I turned around and went, don't, I went, oh no. In my head, I was like, that was the wrong move. But look, I'm a sergeant in the United States Army. I don't play these games. And like an idiot, I got more aggressive, and I tried to take charge of the situation that I had no chance of winning. I'm going to accept some blame for that. And I went there knowing that this is probably going to happen. I was here Saturday because they supposedly have a protest every day. They have an outside occupation, and I went, and everyone's super chill. Everyone was super fine. And so I had an infantry friend of mine whose entire job was to be like, hey man, like he was taking pictures. I'm like, look man, you need to pull me out when I go in too deep, because I'm going to go in too deep. And today he wasn't able to make it. And of course today is the day that I need someone to pull me out, because I'm too stupid to know when to leave. And I just, the sergeant came out at me, and I got sprayed. And again, I'm just repeating myself because more people are joining in and popping out and coming in. So you might be hearing the same story over and over again. I'm sure anyone who watches this entire thing, I'm like, shut up, you're saying the same thing over. Oh my God, I'm doing so much better though. Put them in the arm bar. I'm pretty proud of my arm bar, honestly, considering the fact that I was blind. I knew where they were, and I got them, and I pushed them, I bent them over. It was textbook. But of course, then everyone else piled on me, and apparently the person got their shoulder dislocated. And I hope they report me to the police, and I hope they use my footage against me, because I can be like, hey, guess what? Watch the other hour of it, you know? That's what happens. Don't assault people in public. All I was doing is filming. I was exercising a constitutional right. And I'm sorry they didn't like it. People were like, you can't film without my permission. I can't in a public place. And they went, says who? And I went, says the Constitution. It protects the freedom of the press. And they go, you're not press. I'm like, yes, I'm independent media. And they go, where are your press credentials? And I went, I don't need them in a traditional public forum. And they went, oh, you're not press. Like, okay, whatever you say. So I went, you might want to review Hurley versus Irish American Gay Lesbian Bisexual Group of Boston. Check that Supreme Court case out. And I was a little sassy when I say it, and I'm sure the audio will reflect that. I might do a live stream where I just go over the entire audio, and I sort of explain what was happening at the time. Unfortunately, the video it's going to be a trust-based thing, and it's not going to result in anyone getting in trouble for it, because I can't tie the audio into anyone's face, which is frustrating. And those of you who donated, thank you so much. You guys are incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to buy more of these cameras, and I'm going to use them for ghost hunting, and I'm not going to go back to these protests. I've retired from the protest business for a bit, until I get myself like a full face mask, like a respirator. I have this too. I decided, no, I'm not going to bring it. I'm going to save my bacon just a little bit. I probably would have still gotten sprayed, because they can just lift that up. I mean, I was very much surrounded. People were very unhappy. Oh my God. All right, what are you guys saying? I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. Yeah, they took my cameras. They ripped them right off me. I had one on my head, I had one on my back, and they just ripped them off and ran off with them, I guess. When the medics came after me, like, I'm fine. Please just get my cameras. And they're like, your cameras are gone, man. We're pretty sure someone ran into the crowd with me. You're not getting them back. I'm like, yeah, you're right, I'm not. There's no way. So I went back. I'm like, I just want to find my cameras, man. And the people who were involved in it, because other people got sprayed, other people got caught in the crossfire, and then the person's arm I dislocated apparently by accident because I was attacked. And I fell on them. Like people were just yelling at me. There were at least 3 people that were like victims of that, other than myself, because whoever sprayed must have gotten other people as well. So the medics were treating other people's eyeballs. Oh, it tastes terrible too. I tell you what. There's a video of me OC spraying a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving last year on my channel, like way back when I was like a nobody. Still am nobody, whatever. It's reactivating a little bit. But yeah, they were just screaming at me like, "This is what you get. This is what you get." I'm like, I'm not the one on the ground being treated by medics right now. Like I'm up. I'm sucking. Life sucks for me. But I'm up. Where are my cameras? Like, you get out of here! Like, and they're just swearing at me. And I apologize for I said a few swears on streams. I'm sorry. I got OC in my face. I try not to do it on my stream. For those of you who are sensitive to that, if any of you aren't, I am sorry. It's just, it was a struggle to maintain control. When you're sprayed, just maintain control. Just keep the thought in your head, it will be over, it will be over, it will be over. Focus on something. It's going to suck so bad. Step 1, don't put yourself in a position where you're going to get sprayed. Don't do that. Step 2, stay very, very calm. Step 3, don't cool your face off. Because you're going to be continuously, I'm still got air conditioner blasting directly into my face. Oh my God, I'm going to have such swollen eyeballs. People texting me like, "What's going on?" Woo! God, I hope the audio survived. Sorry, I might have cut out there. I'm sorry. Over that park, nothing is there. Oh no, they've moved to an intersection near the park. Don't have mop gear. I turned all my mop gear in, unfortunately. I should show up in full mop gear. That would be, I'm sorry, I'm disgusting right now. If I had mop gear, I would show up in it, 100%. That would be amazing. The protesters sprayed. I was filming. They didn't like that. I sort of was messing with them because a couple of them broke out and followed me with umbrellas. So I was just doing loops, having fun, telling them all the laws they were breaking. Unlawful imprisonment, disorderly conduct, assault. There's a few assaults on me. And they were real mad. Like, you gotta get out of here. You don't belong here. Like, I'm like, it's a public place. I can be here too. And they're like, oh, you're not allowed to film me without my consent. Like, yes, I am. While both of us are in a traditional public forum, you have no expectation of privacy. And they're like, yes, I do. I'm like, citing the law. And they went, F you, and walked away. I'm like, that's what I thought, dude. And then someone else started saying something. I turned to them and was like, what would you like to say to the camera? And they were unhappy, and they started challenging me as to whether or not I was pressed, which I technically am. Per Hurley versus Irish American Gay Lesbian Bisexual Boston, I definitely fall under that. And under the Washington state law, I technically fall under a journalist, the classification of journalist. And that was defined partially in Fordyce versus City of Seattle. And there's a statute somewhere that actually clearly says that if I'm gathering information to distribute to an audience, and that information is newsworthy, then technically I am a journalist. I am protected by the press. And so someone's challenging me, like, you don't have the right to do this. I'm like, the First Amendment gives me the right. Like, no, it doesn't. I went, yes, it does. That's the same amendment that gives you the right to protest. And it's always, I want to make this a thing about race, but it's always the African American men who step in and go, no, he's right. You have the right to protest. He has the right to film. Always. Every single time. Now, I'm not saying every African-American male or female is doing the right thing, but every time I'm rescued from these situations, there's always an African-American, like an older gentleman, being like, no, this guy is correct. Well, I don't necessarily agree with him, but he's not wrong. Like, I appreciate that. And I'm doing so much better. I'm glad I have you guys to talk to. That's why I'm just screaming in my car. And it's nice to see that, like, I still believe that BLM has some very fine points. And I think there are some people in that organization. I think the older crowd who've done this before, who have lived through the 60s, the 80s, the 90s, every decade where this has happened, where things like this have risen up. There are people with experience, and they've taken the time to learn. A lot of the people who are new to this, they're just here. I get it. They think that they have a just cause, and so nothing they do can be wrong because it's the name of justice, and the ends justify the means, right? I get that. I get that mentality, 100%. But these older folks who have been through this before, it's really interesting. It's very fascinating to see the difference between the way that they protest and the way that the younger crowd protests. The older crowd seems very often against violence. They'll actively discourage it. And perhaps that's because they know the consequences of it from their own experience. And they just dealt with this more. And I don't know, I'm constantly fascinated by the mentality here. And I don't want to say they're wrong. I don't want to say these people are wrong. I think the violence is wrong. I don't agree with the violence. If you want to break the law, if you want to have a violent protest, okay, fine. That's on you. What I don't want is for you then to be confused as to why police are arresting you and trying to break it up. Like, if you're gonna put this on the record, if you're going to intentionally break the law as part of your protest, you should be willing to accept the consequences of that. That's my thing. And if you want to do that, by all means. But don't make a fuss about how the police are being mean because you're lighting cars on fire. And that's not happening there. They were just very upset that I was wandering around and making them look a little foolish by sort of weaving in and out and doing, double backs. And, it was a whole thing. I was having so much fun with them. I wish I had that footage. Maybe someday. Maybe someday, like next year, I'll go back and I'll be fully prepared if stuff like this pops up again. I don't know. Once I've forgotten how painful this is, that is certainly an option. But it's I'm not going to blame any political side for this, because both sides will do this. This isn't a liberal, conservative, Democrat, or Republican issue. This is people who truly believe that their side is right, confronted by people that they think are there to get them in trouble. Like the whole reason they want cameras is because they don't want people documenting them doing illegal stuff. 100%. Not all of them feel that way, but certainly enough of them do. They're like, we're here to resist the police. The police want to break this up. We're here and we're prepared. They have shields. They have umbrellas. They got gas masks. Not all of them, but many of them. And the call to action for this event specifically told people, gear up, put on helmets, grab your shields, get your umbrellas, no cameras. Don't be snitches. Specifically. And I can, you message me, I'll send you those tweets. It's in my Discord, actually. I've been linking these things, being like, I gotta go to this and see what happens. We know what happened. I got sprayed and assaulted and unlawfully imprisoned and harassed. Nope, there was a case of harassment because someone threatened to kick my ass. Like, I'm gonna kick your ass, like this tiny little girl. Like, okay. She might have been the one that sprayed me, actually. So I guess joke's on her. Her shoulder got dislocated. And I'm not happy about that. I am not happy about that. That was not my intention. All I wanted to do was get that spray out of my face. And if I hadn't been pushed down, I am confident that there would have been no injury sustained to her. And it would have just given me enough time to sort of get her away. So the goal was to get her in an arm bar, bend over, and then push. That's the goal, just to gain distance. To immobilize the threat, which is the spray, and then gain distance. And I will admit that's what I did. And if that's going to get me in trouble, cool, I'm going to take responsibility for my actions. But I didn't want to be pushed. I tried not to fall on the person. I tried to maneuver out of the way because I'm a big guy. And certainly having a steel plate be falling on top of me. But they just piled on. And if that person was injured, I'm sorry. But actions have consequences. My actions had consequences, their actions had consequences. Sorry. But yeah, I'm not going to report it. If I had the footage, I'd report it. I go to the police and say, I'm going to submit this to you guys. Because what they're doing is not okay. You know, let them protest. Don't let them do this. Damn, that's a shame. Someone's got some cheap action cameras. They're cheap action cameras. I'm not too worried. Oh. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? I haven't done a lot on my channel recently, and I know. I know. It's, yeah, I know. McAddicts, it's funny that, I'm sorry, I'm going through the chat, because I'm just rambling, while I try to keep the focus on my face, which is on fire right now. It's doing better. I can open my eyes again. So they're spraying people but claim it's a war crime when police do it. Yes. That is an excellent point. It is weird that they do that, huh? Also, it's not a war crime, by the way, I've checked. It specifically says in the international codes that forbid the use of gas in war, specifically says that, the Chemical Convention of, Chemical Warfare Convention, I think, of 1993, says that chemical, tear gas and OC spray is authorized for riot control. Because the alternative is bullets, and tear gas is better than that. And the concern is that in wartime, if you start using tear gas, then people are going to start escalating the use of gases until, you get to sarin gas, whereas the civilian population probably isn't going to be releasing that. So during a riot, that would be ridiculous. So there are reasons for it. There's a logic behind it. Yeah, they were tough because they were in numbers. I tell you, one-on-one, I had no trouble subduing that person who sprayed me. And again, I want to constantly reiterate, my intent was not to inflict pain or cause harm. It was to immobilize the arm that was spraying me with OC spray. And I was wrong. They were wrong for kicking me in the back, but I was wrong for spinning around. Oh, it made me mad. He's going, don't you keep doing that. Don't. Right? Because that sudden movement makes it look like I'm about to punch them. It was, I don't remember exactly because there was a lot going on. I'm pretty sure the knife hand came out. But I just don't. And that's an aggressive move. And it's fair that I got sprayed for that. It is fair. I will concede that point. They get that one. Because that is an aggressive move. But also I was being kicked in the back. That's assault. Doing that is not illegal. Because I can articulate I was being assaulted and I engaged in an action. The minimal amount of action I thought was necessary to get them to back off. I had absolutely no intent of actually following through with it. Although I did push a few people when they linked arms and blocked my way. So I'm trying to go because someone grabbed me and I start panicking. Because I was surrounded and they wouldn't let me. Oh, it was a thing. And I don't. My problem is I don't go, this is scary, I should go. I get angry and go, this is wrong, I have to tell them. That's the police officer in me going, I have the moral right to tell you you're wrong. Right? I'm in charge here. I was not in charge. I have no lawful authority here. I was outnumbered. I put myself in a bad situation. Knowing that it was a bad situation, accepting the responsibilities. And so I'm not going to say it's unreasonable what they did. It's wrong what they did. But I'm a little bit to blame. I'll give them that. Don't do what I did. They'll steal your camera and blind you for half an hour. And I got a little aggressive with them when they started surrounding me with umbrellas and getting them in my face. I did destroy someone's umbrella because I moved forward and they didn't, and I walked into the umbrella and went oops, you just assaulted me with an umbrella. And they didn't like that, I tell you what. And that should have been the time I left. That should have been. That would have been the right move. Let's see. Yeah, no, when I first went live, I couldn't see. I was having trouble breathing. There was a huge... Look, again, if you ever get sprayed, please don't ever get sprayed. Don't ever put yourself in a position. If a police officer ever pulls out OC spray, just comply. I don't, like, you're going to thank me for that advice. You're going to regret it if you don't take it. Maybe. You know, if they pull out a taser, I'll take a taser all day. Taser's fine. People complain about the taser. I've taken a taser for 10 seconds in training. It sucks, but after that 10 seconds is over. OC spray? It's there for hours. Oh my God. And for those of you who are just joining in, those of you who are just watching, I know I said it again and again, and I'm just going to keep repeating myself in a loop until I'm ready to be able to drive. Those medics were incredible. They were so helpful. They were so calm and friendly. I have no doubt some of these were actual medics in their real life. Certainly, I'm sure not all of them. And I do want to reiterate, though, providing medical aid does not necessarily give you the ability to ignore orders to disperse. But I'm certainly very thankful of them, and I do have a better opinion of them now than I did before. Because before, all I saw was them complaining, like, we were targeted while we were, in the middle of a riot. Like, yeah, because you're pulling people from the front lines, and the front lines is where it's worse, where the pepper balls are flying, the blast balls are going off. Like, of course you're going to get hit. And I stand by that is, look, you're going to get hit. You accept that responsibility. And I don't think police are targeting you. Maybe in some cases. But I have some respect. I have quite a bit of respect to them for immediately assisting me as well as the others who were involved. They didn't care who I was. They did not. There's like, this guy needs help. He's going to get help. And they pulled me aside and they gave me help, and they returned to help others. And I was over the side, and I need more water. I just yelled out medic, and they came back and they helped me. One of them gave me a bottle of saline solution. It was amazing. It was, I'm not, it's a shame it had to happen, but good for them. Kudos to them. And to all the people protesting, be safe, protest what you want, man, but be smart about it. Understand if you're in a public place, you're going to get filmed. If you're obstructing a sidewalk without a permit to do so, in Washington State, that's disorderly conduct. That's a misdemeanor. That's 90 days in jail, if I remember correctly. If you threaten to hurt someone, that's harassment. That's a gross misdemeanor. That's up to a year in jail, 364 days. If you assault someone, in the 4th degree, that's offensive contact against a person. That's a gross misdemeanor. That's up to a year in jail. If you surround someone, don't let them go. That is unlawful imprisonment, which is a Class C felony. The taking of my cameras was a robbery in the 2nd degree. Well, yeah, because they didn't use a deadly weapon. Robbery in the 2nd degree, because they took stuff from me by force. 2 counts of robbery in the 2nd degree. Both of those are a Class B felony. I think that's 10 years each in prison. Not that anyone's ever going to be charged with that. They're cheap cameras. It's fine. They're $50 each. With I don't know how much the card inside them is. Whatever. But these are the crimes. Now, did I help them commit those crimes? Sure. If they were smart, would it have ever happened? No. Fun thing. Speaking of crime, so there are legal observers here. They're just there to observe the legalities of what's happening. And I think a lot of them are lawyers or something. And I was being harassed, and I was right next to a couple of them. I was, excuse me, are you lawyers? You're going to tell them this is okay? And they just turned around and wouldn't respond. Like, excuse me, guys. I get that you're just observers, but can you impart some knowledge to these individuals? They want nothing to do with it. And maybe that's the thing, is they don't go to interact. It's like the prime directive of Star Trek. You don't interact with the whoever and the whatever. But oh man, I hope there's footage of that. No, don't. I don't ever want to OC a turkey again. I almost threw up. And keep in mind, this isn't a left or right thing. This happens on both sides. Both sides do this. It's just this is the side that's doing it right now. And when you have things like white supremacists So I know a lot of people say Antifa or Antifa, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Both are technically correct. I say Antifa. They are, people compare them to the like the KKK, white supremacists. Like they're the Democrats' version of white supremacists, which are generally, I believe, a Republican thing. I don't know. I'm not involved with them. I never want to be. Fair. Okay. Both are organizations I disagree with. Both think that they're right. I would disagree with quite a bit of that. On both sides. I'll be honest, I disagree more with white supremacy than I do with Antifa, but I certainly don't support Antifa. Oh, there are the police going by on their bikes, it looks like. Well, I'm not sticking around for that. I'm not. If I go back, they're going to kill me. Oh, man. Oh. No, I can't destroy my phone, too. Anyway, I was saying something. Yeah, okay, so yeah. The thing with white supremacy, one of the reasons why you don't hear as much about them is they know that a lot of what they say is unpopular. Whereas Antifa is like, how can you be against fascism? That's ridiculous. Whereas they exhibit fascist traits themselves. Suppression of press. Just all sorts of... No, it's just regular biker, not police, right? If they had gone by, I might have flagged them down, like, hey guys, just a heads up, they're assaulting members of the press, just give them a warning that things weren't great. I just getting so distracted. I know, I'm terrible. White supremacists know that a lot of what they say is unpopular, and they take steps to make sure that their protests are as lawful as possible. Not always, but oftentimes that is the case. Is they'll meet beforehand. They have actual organizational ranks, whereas Antifa doesn't, and so they'll have leadership. One of the things you see with Proud Boys, which are often counter-protesting Antifa, and I haven't seen anything I really agree with the Proud Boys on. I don't know much about them. I'm certainly not going to say that I support them because I don't know much about them. From what I've heard, they don't sound like an organization I would really care for. One of the things I've seen them do, because I watch a lot of footage of protests to see sort of what the police techniques are and what's happening at these protests, and how the sort of protest culture is evolving as well as the police response to it. One of the things you'll see them do is they'll have basically sergeants within their protests who are in charge of, I say sergeants, probably not the term they have for them. I'll call them sergeants because that's what I'm used to. And they'll be in charge of a small group of protesters. And their entire job is to de-escalate the protesters that they're in charge of, which is incredible. And it keeps things from escalating and allows them to have their protest without a police interference and response. You want a protest that's not going to be stopped by the police, and there you go. Keep each other from escalating. You have a responsibility, just like the police do, to de-escalate. It's not just the police officers' jobs. You have to be responsible for yourselves. But that's not always the case. You don't always see that, and sometimes Proud Boys go to these specifically to incite violence by antagonizing a crowd. That's not why I'm here. I was just here to film. And then they started getting all up my business. I went, I can have some fun with this. And I had a little too much fun. As we saw. Yeah, I'm gonna shower when I get home for sure. Can they go live on YouTube with your cameras? No, my cameras can't connect. I don't think they can do live. Yeah, no, I'm doing great now. Yeah, they took my property. That is robbery in the second degree. That's a Class B felony. That's up to 10 years in prison. What happened to DeWitt? I don't have any updates on him. No, I'm doing much better. Thank you. Who kicked me in the back? Good question. Do I have boot marks? I don't know. Let me take the vest off, see if I have boot marks. And take the entire thing off. No, I have no markings. Well, I kept my microphone, my garbage microphone. So hooray for me. Well. Where'd my recorder go? Yeah, hold on. I know you guys are not at the greatest angle right now. Well, oh, they ripped the mount right off. I got my flash. I did flash. See that? I have a camera flash. I got a few of them, because they were strobing me. I'm like, I can do that too. A blink, and I'm pretty sure I made it difficult for a couple of them to see while they were being ridiculous. Oh, and I'm sure my pocket's covered in saline. Yeah, so I've been sitting on it this entire time because I forgot it was there. But this is what the medics gave me. They're like, hey man, you're gonna want this as eyewash. Take it with you. Like, these guys are incredible. Nothing but respect for them. Wow. I'm just blown away that they rushed to me as well as everyone else. I for sure thought they were gonna be like, all right, we're done with these guys. Let's see what this guy writhing on the ground is doing. So yeah, this is my recorder. It's a $30 recorder. The screen is smashed, but the rest of it looks fine. I think I can get the audio from that, and I'll release it on Patreon first if it works. For those of you who are on Patreon and want to be on Patreon, it's just look up Sergeant Blue Bacon on Patreon. But I'll definitely be releasing it to the main channel as long as you're willing to wait. If it works at all, I'll keep updates. If it doesn't work, if it's no good, I'll put a message out on my channel saying no bueno, you know. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Alex. And I 100% it was self-defense all day. When I got sprayed and I put them in the arm bar to stop the spray, because they sprayed me because I reacted to someone kicking me in the back. I gotta turn down the AC. We're gonna see how that works. My goal was to stop it because I consider that assault, and I don't know if a court would feel the same way or the police would feel the same way, but I feel like I'd have a strong case if I had that footage, which I don't. Someone's running out there with a nice little... Camera's probably smashed anyway. I hit the ground pretty hard, and I hit it while pointing that person in the arm bar, which wouldn't surprise me if it did dislocate the arm. But the medics had me, and I was like, I need the camera. I need get my camera. Please don't worry about me. Get my camera. They're like, no, man, we don't know where your cameras went. They're gone, man. I'm pretty sure the other person's arm is dislocated. I'm like, no, that can't be right. That can't be right. I was trying to stop the spray, man. I was just trying to stop the spray. Like, get me my camera. I need it. Because I knew someone was running away with it. And I was so mad. I was like, I need that camera. You got to get me. I thank you for putting things on my eyes. Go. Please. Go back there. I can't go back there. They'll crucify me. They went, no, man, it's gone. I'm like, I didn't mean to dislocate it. Like, I hope someone's recording this because I want this statement out there. That was not the intent. Thank God for this. Whew, that's steel right there. All right, now I'm cold. Oh my God, I'm cold. I've just been blasting cold air for an hour. Jesus. Oh, I'm so dumb. It's great. Oh, it was an experience, and I'm glad I had that experience. And look, I'm just gonna keep rambling until I feel like I can drive again. So don't mind me. What I did was dumb. Do not do what I did. I knew what I was doing. This is something I've said again and again and again on this stream. I knew what I was doing. I took precautions. It could have gone much, much worse. I made a decision. I talked to a few people and I said, talk me down. And they were like, we don't think you should. But if you're going to do it, you're going to do it, man.
was all right, cool. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't have backup. That's fine. I'll get out of there when I need to. I didn't, by the way. I didn't get out of there when I needed to. If I had just kept going, I'd still have the cameras. It's so frustrating. Ooh, they had spring on it. Oh. It's fine. I got the audio. I'll write up a report. Document what happened. I'll have the audio to sort of piece it together. That'll be nice. Maybe I'll submit it to a newspaper somewhere. Anyway, any questions while I'm here? Oh, it wasn't the police who sprayed. It was one of the protesters. Yeah, I had two cameras. I had one on my back, and I had one on my forehead. And the back was so that if someone was blocking with an umbrella, I could turn around and walk away and still get footage without them maybe realizing it. It was a great plan. It worked great until they took them. So they ripped one. When I went down to the ground, I felt them rip the one off my back, and then the one on the ground fell, and I wasn't able to recover it because I was blind. And after they pulled me away from that area, the medics who treated me, I assumed someone grabbed it and ran off with it. That's what the medics said. They're like, we were pretty sure. People are saying that someone grabbed it and ran into the crowd with it. So they're gone forever. And cool. They might. I wouldn't be surprised if some of that gets posted and they're like, watch out for this guy. Like, okay, we'll post the rest of the footage that shows the assault. I wonder if they were kicking the camera on my back to try to break it. I don't know. Steel plates. I can't feel it. You know, I can feel the push. I can't feel where the impact is. All right. I mean, you can call me a liar, and that's fair. Russian bot, that's fair. My cameras are gone. You know, I easily could be making this up. Easily. You haven't heard the audio. You don't have the footage. All you see is me crying like a baby and sniffling. I could have sprayed myself. Who knows? You're right. It's absolutely something that could be faked, which is one of the reasons I'm so mad about it. Is because I had the footage. I had the footage. I had it. Oh, and I had such good footage. I think. And now they have the footage, and I have nothing except for a story and maybe some audio, but I don't know because the screen is smashed. Because when they took me down, I fell on top of it. Whatever. You know? I didn't have them insured. They were cheap. They were like $50 cameras each. Oh. What's wrong with me? Dismal project. I got pepper sprayed. Get a hidden camera? Yeah. Well, the problem with that is that legally you run into issues with audio recording, which is why one of the reasons I had this dummy camera, which survived just. Well, I lost my microphone, maybe. That's fine. I need a new microphone anyway. I'm just going to go on a spending spree. It wasn't a great microphone. Oh, well. I have this dummy camera. This is an actual film camera. It takes rolls of film. I bought this as a prop so that I could redirect them and be like, I'm filming over here, when in reality, like, my forehead's facing this way, right, which has the camera on it. And it worked until I got surrounded and they wouldn't let me leave. Or they sort like I was allowed some movement, but certainly not much. I had fun backing them up into people and going, oh, whoa, there's someone behind you, man. You gotta watch out. You're gonna poke someone's eye out. That made them mad. Was that a smart move on my part? No. Did I enjoy it? A little bit, because I was kind of mad at them. I mean, it's all right. Look, Timothy Hutz, you say you're sad to see this happen. It's fine. Look, I put myself in this position knowing that this was a likely outcome. And I have reaped the fruits of my labor. I got what I said. I wasn't setting out to do it. If they hadn't approached, oh my god, my eyeballs are so red. If they hadn't approached me at all, if they had no problems, I would have left. I would have left half an hour in and been like, oh, okay, cool. They have no issues with me. But almost immediately, they're like, hey man, not okay. I went, okay, whatever you say, man. And someone accused me of being Fox News. I wish I got paid that well. No, I'm independent media, technically, legally. Yeah, look, I appreciate the support. Understand that I did this to myself. Not sprayed myself, but I put myself in this position and made poor life choices. I obeyed the law, certainly more than they did. But I chose to engage in actions that resulted in an unlawful attack against my person. But there were signs that I was going too far, and I decided to ignore them. And there were choices I could have made that would not have led to this point. I will be reasonable and admit to that. I'm not going to say it's all their fault. Legally, they are to blame. However, I am also responsible for my actions, despite how legal they may be, and I have to take responsibility for choosing things that put me in this situation, right? That doesn't mean legally I'm wrong, but if I had been desperate not to end up being OC sprayed, I could have easily made choices that would have kept that from happening. But that's not what I did. So before you pity me too much, understand that I am dumb. I was intentionally dumb. And here's what happened. So, no, it's, you know. All right, I'm just reading through your stuff. Whew. I gotta get home soon. I mean, there might be audio. Or, I'm sorry, there might be security cameras. I might check that out, because it's a major intersection. What did the vest do to help me? It's got, let me see if I can pull out the mount. Hold on, give me a second. I'm just going to put you guys down for a second. So, the vest has Kevlar in it, right? This is a Kevlar vest right here. So if I'm shot, great. Maybe I get to survive it. But inside of it, I have these steel plates. These are steel trauma plates. They're designed to stop knives. They're designed to stop blunt striking instruments like batons, baseball bats, maybe bullets. It says it's not rated for bullets, but it probably will stop them. So be careful with ricochets. I think it's what it warns. It says, it's a little faded now. This plate may help you to reduce or prevent effective trauma in the protected area from ammunition, pointed objects, edged weapons, steering column in a car, something. And it says, like, hey, by the way, ammunition that strikes this plate may ricochet. So, heads up. Now let's put that down. Yeah, but solid plate against a solid head right there. Big old dumb head. And then, yeah. dumb. So yeah, so that, I mean, what it does is it evenly distributes the force of an impact. So if someone hits me, I mean, if someone punches me in the chest, they're breaking their hand. If someone shoots me with rubber bullets, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. If someone hits me with a baton, a baseball bat, it'll knock me backwards, but it won't hurt. That's why I wear those steel plates in these areas. But yeah, they were kicking me in the back. I almost had backup. I was supposed to have backup I came here Saturday with backup, but they weren't doing anything Saturday. They're doing something today though, and I'm like, I gotta go. And my backup wasn't able to show up, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go anyway because I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Timothy, I appreciate that. Maybe next year when this stuff pops off again. Bacon honest Antifa. Value of the cameras, each one was about $50. People have been generous, really, really generous so far, donated $70. If you want to donate, I'm not going to stop you. I can afford to replace them myself. I can. I'm mad that I have to, but I put myself in this position, man. I'm not gonna pull that First Amendment auditor, whatever, where they go, the police took my stuff, pay me money. And before I go too far down that road, I support First Amendment audits. I just don't support many First Amendment auditors. All right, and I see too many of them being like, I got myself in trouble, pay my legal fees. I don't want to be that guy. If you want to donate money, I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to thank you profusely. And for those of you who donated, you guys are incredible, and you're what keeps this channel running. Because I have a full-time job. This is a hobby I do on the side. And I really enjoy interacting with you guys, and I enjoy making this content. And I have a lot of fun doing this stuff. But it is secondary to my main job, which is what pays the bills and buys me fun equipment. Your input helps. I always recommend, if you want to donate to the whole Blue Bacon cause, checking out my Patreon, which is like Sergeant Blue Bacon, patreon.sergeantbluebacon.com, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is. Because then at least you get something out of it. You get a little bit extra. Not like huge amounts. I put early scripts or scripts of videos I'm never going to make, but I've written the script for and decided, it's not worth my time. Or, unedited footage before I put the green screen in, so you get that before. Hey, my hair is nuts right now. That's what OC spray will do to it. I'm not looking forward to going into the shower and having this reactivate. Oh my god. So yeah, if that's something you guys are interested in, by all means. The most recent thing I put on my Patreon is what was it? It was I got the results of Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. I got the results of his polygraph, and there's not much there. A lot of it's redacted, but I think it's really cool because it says it gives the date 1984, which is like when he was killing the most, and it says that he didn't show signs of deception during the polygraph, which is nuts. Because they're like, did you kill this woman? He's like, no. And they went, oh yeah, okay. Well, let him go. Don't arrest him again until 2001. When he's killed, 100 women maybe. And I also have a crime scene diagram from I believe the second and third bodies that were found on there. And I've never seen these anywhere. I just submitted like a big old request to King County Sheriff's Office and said, give me what you can. And they very, very slowly been trickling things towards me. And I was like, these are nuts. I'm going to put it on there. So that's available to all Patreon levels. If you want to support it, that's a great way to do it. Do it again. I don't want to be sprayed again. I don't. Being sprayed is, oh my god. And look, believe me or don't believe me that it happened. I get it. I get how easy this is to fake. If you scroll back to the beginning of this video, you can see me just sucking. It was bad. And this wasn't most of the protesters. This was not most of the protesters. If they believe they have something to protest for, by all means. This was a few of them that were out to start something. They came there with the intent to cause trouble and suppress media. And they certainly did. They certainly did it. But I think most of them are doing just fine, these protesters. I'm not going to say that they're wrong. I'm not going to say this movement is bad. I'm going to say there are certain individuals that are doing the wrong thing. And I learned that today. I got their attention. I'm probably on a list somewhere, reporting back to whoever, being like, watch out for this guy. I'm sure there were pictures of me circulating already. Whatever. Anyway. But, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. And hopefully the audio is good. I'll see if I can listen to it tomorrow. It's getting late. I got people I have to call to tell them I'm safe. Because that was, you got to plan. You got to make sure people know where you are. And, if I don't call them by midnight Pacific time, they'll come out looking for me. So, maybe one day we'll do a stream of how to make good choices, aka what I didn't do. Well, I made some good choices. I suspected this would happen. And I knew I'm the kind of person to not back down when challenged, which isn't always a good thing, right? People are like, yeah, be a man. It's not always the best choice. It's not. I did it for the meme. I did it for my channel. I did it because that's what I do is I believe in what I do. I believe in the truth. I believe in documenting what's happening. And I was not backing down, and I probably should have. But yeah. Yeah, Jay Pavilion, when's the next EDM song about to it? Not 8-bit. How can you check which part? I'm just rambling. I don't even know what I'm saying. Or where the comments are. I'm behind on comments. Not 8-bit, that is correct. sergeantbluebacon@gmail.com. If you guys want to contact me through my email, sergeantbluebacon@gmail.com. I'm not going back tonight. They'll instantly recognize me, and there will be a problem. Although that would be something. I could live stream, and just the moment there's a reaction of them going, "You were here, get away," and I'm no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that guy. Unless you guys really, really want it. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Just got to your donation. Oh, Michelle, why didn't I film it? I did. They ripped my camera. I had a camera on my forehead. I had a little action camera. And I had one strapped to my back to see what was happening behind me. Because last time I went to one of these things and was assaulted, they did it from behind. And I'm like, oh, if I get a camera back there, I can get that footage. That'd be great. And when I got taken down, because I got sprayed, and I put the person who was spraying me in an arm bar to lock their arm to get the spray away from my face, I got tackled from behind. And unfortunately, it appears, according to other people there, that I may have fallen onto the person's shoulder and dislocated it, which was not my intention, and I'm so sorry that happened to them. Well, not that sorry, but it was certainly not my intent. It feels a little like karma. It kind of does. I'm a little bit sorry. And then when I was on the ground, someone ripped off the camera on my back, and the one on my head fell onto the ground. And unfortunately, I was not able to recover it. I think someone grabbed it and ran off with it. I have part of... I don't even know where it went. I had part of the headpiece still. Yeah. This is what's left. They ripped it right off the mount there. They just snapped it right off. So that's awfully kind of them. Yes. And then the one on my back is 100% gone. Wouldn't be crazy if I just found it in my pocket, like I had grabbed it in that struggle. That'd be nuts. God, I hope there's a video. JP Villian, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm almost caught up with these comments. What happens if they complain to my bosses in the military? Well, I wasn't there representing the military. And they don't know who my military unit is. People have thought they found out. They haven't. Or have they? No, my military unit doesn't care. They're like, look, if you want to go document in your free time, fine, but don't do it as a soldier. Don't do it as a representative of the Army. I don't say I'm military. I don't. Usually. There might have been like one time where I was like, look, I'm a soldier. I think I know what I'm talking about. But no, it's as long as I don't take a political stance, there's really nothing. There's no issue. Yeah. Yeah, I'm accepting responsibility. I'm not blaming myself. I am blaming myself a little bit. Whatever. Anyway, I really should get going. I got people I got to call. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'll see if I can get that audio going. I got to wash my face. But thanks for sticking around and giving me someone to talk to while I clear my eyes out. All right. See you guys. Until the next time, be good, stay safe, all that jazz.